Hello everyone, my name's Libby and I'm here to show you how to draw an elf today. So all you need for this is a piece of paper and a pencil, and you might want a pen as well, but let's get started. Okay, so this is my cheeky little elf that I drew earlier, and he stood next to a boot that he's busily been sewing and making all night long. So to draw this elf, it's all about thinking about shapes, individual shapes. And we're going to start, if you're ready, with our pencil or pen. We're going to start by drawing an oval shape. Can you do that? Doesn't matter if it's very neat. Okay, next we're going to draw a smaller oval. Then we're going to draw a larger oval. And as you can see, this is the elf's head, neck, and his body. And then we're going to draw his arms. So these are sort of longer tube shapes. So this elf's going to be waving, so I'm going to have one tube shape going up in the air. And then he's got to have another tube connected. And finally, a smaller oval shape for his hand. We're going to do the same for the other arm now, okay? So one tube for the top of his arm. And then we shall have a smaller tube shape. And then for his hand, just for now, we're going to have a circle. We're going to move on to his legs now. So for one leg, we'll draw the top of his leg, which is a longer tube shape. And then we're going to draw a slightly smaller tube shape for his calf. And then for his feet, for now, we're just going to draw one of those ovals on its side. Then we're going to do the other leg. So start with the top bit of the leg, which is a long tube, and then do the knee down to the ankle with a smaller tube, and then an oval shape that's slightly on its side. Okay, now that we've drawn the main shapes of the body, we've got to draw his hat, which is going to be a pointy shape, so a bit like a soft triangle. Okay, once you've drawn all your separate shapes, we're going to connect it together and fill it in and draw the detail. As you can see here, the detail of the hair and his ears and his eyes. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go from the bottom of this circle round to his neck, like that, and we're just connecting. It's a bit like dot to dot. We're connecting up all the shapes, and then we're going to go out here to the shoulders and this here. So we've connected up those shapes, so it's one flowing line. And then I'm going to draw a ragged sleeve, because I think that this elf is out being naughty all night and doesn't care about looking after his clothes that much. So that's one raggedy sleeve. And then we can come out to the other and draw another raggedy sleeve here. Okay, so already our elf is beginning to form. Now I'm going to finish the elf's arm. So I'm going to connect up this part of the arm to this part of the arm. And then this is his hand. And if you're feeling confident, you can draw his thumb, which is just a simple shape like this. And then I'm going to draw one finger, and then I'm going to just do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. So there's his 4 fingers and his thumb. And then I'm going to come down. That's where his elbow is. And we're just still connecting up. And then finally back to that raggedy sleeve. Okay, so that's one of our arms. And then we'll do the same with this arm. So from the top of the arm down to the elbow, down to the wrist, to his hand, and then go back up to the other side, down to the wrist. And once again, if you're feeling confident, you can draw a thumb. If not, don't worry, you could just keep it as a circle and do his fingers. There we are. Okay, now we're going to do his top. So he's got, once again, a raggedy top. So it's going to come out. We're not going to see this big oval shape because his top covers it. And we'll just do the raggedy bottom of his top. Oh, look at that. There we go. So we've got that bit done. Now his legs. Now elves are pretty small and they've got short legs. So this is his thigh. There's his thigh. And then we're down to his lower half of his leg. And then elves, well, my elf, he's got a curly boot on. So look at this. Whee! If you can, try and draw a curl. If not, draw whatever kind of boot you like. Let's go back up to the other top of the leg on the other side, down to the ankle. And now I'm going to draw his curly boot on the other side. Whee! There we go. So that's his two boots. We're going to come back up and now we're going to do his face. Now, elves have quite cheeky faces, I think. So that's his chin. Very important part of an elf are the elf's ears. So let's draw on one side a pointy ear. So if you can go out and draw a point and then come back and connect it up to the side of his face, and then go to the other side. Go and do the point on the other ear, come down, join that to the side of the face. So we've got his ears now. Okay, let's do his hat. So his hat, we need to go over the hat. And there we are. Should we draw the brim of his hat? And we need to draw his hair. So I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3. 3 strokes there to make sure it looks like his fringe. And I'll do a bit of hair there, maybe a bit more hair around his ears. He hasn't had a haircut for a while. There we go. Let's draw the inside of his ear if you want to do a bit of detail. And then his nose is just a little mark like that for his nose. And he's going to have a big cheeky smile. And then one eye, which you can just do round dots like that. I'm going to give him what looks like an eyelid and opens up his eye a bit more. And then maybe some eyebrows, 2 eyebrows. There we go. Finally, let's just draw a collar on his top. There you are. And what you can do is you can go over in pen if you like, if you want it to stand out more, and you can draw creases on his top like that. And you could put some dots or lines to make it look like a shadow, so it looks like he's standing and not floating in the air. But this elf, he's not on his own. He stood next to the boot that he'd made all night. And also this boot's going to show us how teeny tiny this elf is. So to draw a boot, we're going to start here at the top left, and we're going to go make a nice swooping line that gently curves out. And then for the heel, we're going to go along the bottom, and then we're going to come up like this to show the heel, and we're going to go back down again all the way to the side of the paper. And then we're going to come back up to the top of the boot, draw across like that, and then down, and then make a nice curved shape all the way around to the front of your shoe. There you go. You might want to draw some eyelet holes that you would lace your shoelace through. And I'm going to draw a really big bow there. The elf has laced up himself. Let's finish the lace off. There we go. And you can add detail like the rest of his heel. You might want to add some details like the heel and some stitching, because elves are brilliant at stitching up shoes. Once again, just a bit more of this mark making here, just to make sure the shoe doesn't look like it's floating in the air, so it looks like a bit of a shadow. And there you have it. There's your elf and the boot it made the night before. Have fun, everybody. I hope you really enjoy drawing your elf and your shoe or your boot. You can decorate your elf however you like, and you can colour in your boot and make it nice and shiny. It could have a heel, it could have 3 shoelaces, it could have a bow at the back, however you like. But have fun and enjoy drawing. Bye bye.